Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 10th of September. Starting off with the S&P as usual, and here we've got this rising trend channel in place since April. The floor of the channel, the 50-day line there, around 63, and above that we're looking at the top of the channel, quite logically, as high as 67.10 by the end of next month as at the latest. Ideally, we actually get there by the end of this month. Nice setup in the RSI window, but just waiting for that resistance line from the end of July to break around RSI 62, which we've so far over the last 2 or 3 sessions not been able to do. But this stage anyway, any dips towards the floor of the channel there, 63.70 or so, 63.63 rather, regarded as buying opportunities. Worst case, if we need a test of the main support there, 6200 on any rug pull. The situation at the Nasdaq 100 is next, and here you can see that we are gingerly approaching that 24,000 barrier. In fact, we're looking at the top of the channel there from April, as high as 25,000, basically 24,900, I suppose, more accurately. We've had 3 RSI rebounds just below the neutral 50 level, but that still kind of counts, and above the 50-day line there at 23,500. Rather 200, we're looking for this market to head higher up towards that 25,000 zone, hopefully sometime this month or by the end of this month. Best case is that we hit that late January resistance line projection, currently heading towards 26,000 by the end of next month. Moving on to the stocks and some fireworks here. Big Tree rather, is the first of them, and here you can see that we had a rising trend channel there. The $4.50 zone was the potential target for this market, and we headed up there and then came all the way, came a lot of the way back down. Will be interesting now is that we find support towards the $2.30 area, which was resistance on the way down. Worst case, obviously, we've got to test the 200-day line, $1.77, but hoping that we'll see a turnaround here on the right side of the $2 handle. Moving along to Calibre, and here what is interesting is that we had the shares lined up within a broadening triangle, and that was basically promising a target towards the $7.50 area. Obviously, we'd rather, in fact, even lower than that, we're looking for the 200-day line at towards $7.50, but actually the top of the triangle there around $5.30, and as you can see, we went right through that up towards $45. So an amazing move for the shares, and the situation now is obviously we're looking to see how far the stock will come back. The 200-day line, once again, a feature on the way back down at $7.50. Hopefully, there'll be a turnaround towards that level or just above it. And early and end of day closed back below that 200-day line, really suggesting that yesterday's spike was a one-day wonder, which obviously it was in its own way. Moving on to a stock which we didn't look at before, and that is Epsium. Here you can see that there was a rising trend channel there towards the $48, $49 level. Obviously, the shares exceeding both that and then the next possible target up towards April resistance 113, and obviously yesterday's high 155, the best case, but above that 113 level, looking for a retest of 155, maybe one in 160 before the situation dies off. Moving on to perhaps a less exciting situation, which is coming up right now in the form of the stock that I'm going to look at iSpecimen. Here you can see that we've had various targets previously, and top of the channel there around $1.85. That's obviously been exceeded. Then the next level up was towards $2.60. Obviously, we closed back towards that 185 level. Ideally, we'll stay on the right side of the 200-day line at 172, ahead of a move back towards $2.50 as a target for the end of this month. Stock which doesn't get much coverage here or anywhere else is Kindly, but it is back now with bullish divergence. We've broken back above the old $5.70 area, which was the support the beginning of last month, and above that looking for a retest at the $15 area, basically August resistance and post-June resistance for the shares. The only missing ingredient at the moment is that we want to see the RSI back above neutral 50, but very close anyway. And the longer we stay on the right side of the August support, initial August support, the better this situation looks. MMA is next, otherwise known as Mixed Martial Arts Group, and here the picture one of another spike. We've had a few of those now, so this is the fourth spike in the recent past. The past year, the nominal target there at $2, but once again, we're looking to see where the support here will come in above the 200-day line at around the 106 level. If we can do that, then we are looking for $2 again on Mixed Martial Arts. One of the stocks which we covered quite recently is back again, which is Patinum. Here we've been grappling with the 50-day line there around $3.63 above that, looking for old support on the way down, $6.90, hoping to be hit by the end of this month. But the key here is staying above that 50-day line for Patinum. One of the best calls ever here, which obviously gives one a lot of job satisfaction, and here it is in the form of QMM holdings, QMMM holdings, and here you can see that ahead of yesterday's move, we were looking for $9 and then up to a best case scenario target around $14.50. Obviously, we rather exceeded that in the sense that the high of yesterday was 303. So in terms of blowing the lights out and beating expectations, probably one of the best calls ever here. It's a shame we don't have quite the audience that maybe a call like that might suggest, but one day perhaps that will happen. Moving on to 707, and here we got a bear trap item reversal, so key reversal down, gap to the downside, which we had last week, and then a gap to the upside. So that is a valid setup on the upside, at least while we're above the floor of the gap there, around the $58 area above that. Looking for the shares to perhaps head back as high as the late August support there towards $150, 50 cents rather. So just converting those back into the right currency, 57 cents. The stop loss there as we look towards the $1.50 zone. Finishing off with a situation which hopefully will mirror what we're seeing at the other stocks in terms of potential upside. Uni-Fuels looking decent after the breakout through the initial September resistance, which was around the $7.60 area. Above that, looking at the top of the channel there from back in May, as high as $15 by the end of this month. So let's see if that delivers the goods. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.